Farmers' protest is not about need. Farmers are protesting against a deal with US that has not been signed yet. But the question here is why? And most importantly, what government has been trying to address here. Hello everyone, welcome to Vajiram and Ravi's Flash News. My name is Shubhangi Singh, and in today's session we are going to first understand that why farmers are protesting against a deal that hasn't been signed yet. What are the problems that farmers think that they might be facing? What government is coming up with reassurance? And most importantly, why agriculture is always a sticky point for India when making negotiations for trade deals. So let us begin from the scratch and start with understanding that for what exactly farmers are protesting. So when we are talking about this very protest, farmers are saying that the deal with US, the trade agreement, which has been finalized but it has not been signed, neither an interim one nor a final one, that is something that farmers are not okay with, and to protest against it, we are having farmers from Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and Himachal Pradesh coming towards Delhi to mark their protest. Their protest is being organized under a different banner than what is happening at Jantar Mantar by Cockroach Janata Party, but they are saying that this protest is about Desh Bachao Morcha, and all they are targeting here is that this India-US trade agreement, which is a proposed one which is undergoing negotiations, that is not something that is sitting well with the farmers, and they are against this trade agreement. So the first question comes in, what is wrong with the trade agreement that is not sitting well with the farmers? And second, why these many protests even before anything is finalized? So let us look for their answers. So the first question, why are farmers concerned? Let us understand that. When we are looking at farmers' concern, they are feeling the kind of concessions that are being made, especially in terms of agriculture in India-US trade deal and the negotiations that are going to them. It is going to be non-profiteering. It is going to harm Indian agriculture in a very bad way. Now, what is this bad way we are talking about? So the major concern here is that possible entry of US cheaper agriculture goods. That means lesser priced good, because agriculture in US is formal, the standards are higher, the quality is better, and prices are comparatively cheaper because of the large scale output. So if we are getting products from US, then the Indian agricultural products will not be able to sell out. So the major concern here is the possible entry of cheaper US agricultural goods in India. Now why the goods are cheaper in US agricultural goods? Because of major subsidy. Agriculture is very formal, very organized, and when these highly subsidized goods will enter India, they will be competing with high priced Indian agricultural goods. So what is the concern with this? This generates the fear of the fact that their products will be priced further lower to compete in the market with the American agriculture goods. That will directly lead to reduced farmer incomes. That will lead to pressure on small and marginal farmers. And once this is affected, there will be impact on dairy, livestock and other sectors as well. Another thing farmers are saying that this is not the only thing we are worried about. Because the negotiations are ongoing, we are worried that gradually once it materializes, more and more sectors will be included, such as dairy, such as digital trade, such as government procurement, such as intellectual property rights and services. So the farmers are presenting their cause as well, but they are saying that it is not just about import of wheat or pulses, it is also about a broader worry that is surrounding that what kind of market opening commitments that India is making, and are the sectors present in India ready for that. Now this is the first thing that we have understood, what are the major concerns. Now let us move to understand that why farmers are worried even before the deal has been signed. So that brings us to another minor question, that why the deal has not been signed yet. So the reason deal has not been signed yet, negotiations are undergoing because there are multiple disagreements. And the ironical thing here is that agricultural market access is one of the things where there are major disagreements happening. In this context, we also have preferential tariff treatment for India, future US tariff guarantees and tariff concessions. These are the places where disagreements are happening. But the government for very long time has maintained a very clear red line. I am talking about the Indian government, that they will not make any compromise on agriculture. They know how sensitive and important it is for our economy. There will be a balanced and mutually benefited agreement that will be signed out between India and US. US will not be taking advantage of India in this context, and India will focus on protection of domestic interests. So now government for the longest time they have been saying what farmers want, and the government has neither been finalized in an interim way or in a final manner as well. So why farmers are protesting against it? Farmers are protesting against it because it is way more difficult to get a finalized agreement reversed and ensure that they are getting what they want. It is easier to protest against before anything is finalized. This is a very simple logic that they have put forth as well. And we are clearly aware that agriculture remains one of the toughest issues when this deal has to be signed, because when we are talking about India-US trade negotiation, India knows agriculture is not just about prices or certain products, it is about livelihoods, it is about security, and most importantly for the political parties, the political sensitivity as well. Now let us clearly move to understand that what exactly farmers are demanding and what we can expect out of it. So when we are looking at the key demands, the farmers' protest is about that there should be no concessions at all that should be made on agricultural products. And when negotiations are taking place, they should be completely transparent so that the affected stakeholders, the people who are involved, they also know what is unfolding. And they want a written guarantee from the government that agriculture, dairy and allied sectors, they will be protected. So all in all, what farmers want, they want a stamped paper that their sector comes out unharmed. But government in this context, they have been very clear that we are not going to sacrifice farmers' interest. We will ensure that the agreement will be signed only if it benefits the farmers, workers, consumers, businesses, etc. And government has time and again stated agriculture sector is a non-negotiable, a hard red line. But it is the time only that will tell that how US finally pans out and how negotiations pan out in favor of agriculture sector or against it. So what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section. The last point I want to discuss here, that why agriculture is always a sticking point for India. You have to understand, it does not matter what US's concerns are as of now. For India, agriculture will always be a concerning point because we have a lot to lose. Agriculture is the place where again 65% of the population is dependent. Farmers' livelihood are dependent. Our food security comes from this agriculture. Crops are dependent on government support such as minimum support price, such as FRB. And dairy sector also needs constant protection. So no matter what concerns of the other country here, this has never changed for us. And this is what our protest by the farmers reflects, that these issues are constant. If we want to address the concerns of the other country, we might have to let go on certain non-negotiables which should not be happening. So what are your thoughts on this? Let me know on the comment section. I'll be leaving you here with the prelims practice question. Let me know the answer to this in the comment section. I'll be waiting for your answers. That was all. Thank you so much.